Wooklamart wishes to know how traversable the Tienbeck Traverse is. So, what's the state of the Tienbeck Traverse? Still being cleared, I'd assume. Mamook said he would notify us as soon as work was done. Then perhaps now would be a good time to consider how we might reclaim Wooklamat's stolen keystone. The next feat will be our last, after all. Oh, they don't know. Oh, I already got it back. What? When? Not to mention how. This is Bakul Jaja we're talking about. And... so I taught him a lesson and took my keystone back. You bested Bakul Jaja in single combat. Bravo. What can I say? I had good friends to encourage and cheer me on. There you are. Our excavators have contacted me with news of their success. The Tienbeck Traverse is now safe for travel. And we can finally make for Mamook. Come to think of it, isn't it Bakul Jaja's home? I only hope its residents don't share his winning personality. If it is indeed the city where Ket and Ram first met the Dawn Servants, surely some civility awaits us. I would not be so certain. It is true that the Dawn Servant received Ket and Ram and Mamook and was instrumental in the establishment of friendly relations between the Jabral and Mamulja. But since that time, most of the Mamulja who supported his peace have left their city in favour of abiding in the capital. What remains is a cloister of Mamook. And whilst these traditionalists do not take up arms against us, neither do they bear great love for outsiders. Whatever they're like, the people of Mamook are also of Tuliolal. If I'm to be Dawn's servant, it's my job to know them first of all. Well, we'll be on our way then. I'm glad I could learn about where I come from. And eat so much pibilis besides. Thank you for everything, Mamook. Till next time, take care. First we make our way across the Shabritzinder field due southeast. And we go down that big pit thing, don't we? That I fell down accidentally. I thought it looked that it had been blocked off at the edge. There's the kind of spiral. Oh. Oh. How you have grown indeed. Nice. Very, very nice. Oh, we have got some flight quests to do. How are we doing for time? No, we shall do those in a bit. Because we're not going to need to fly here for a good long while anyway. So are we going where I thought? Yes, we are. I think this is probably a place we'll do a cut. The Traverse will bring us straight into the Yatika heartland. Remember how you insisted this forest is green? Did we? I don't recall insisting it was green. From above it definitely doesn't look green. Bluey yellow. Now we can get through here. You discover a new location. Hold on. Little cave over here. Any ether currents? I haven't been looking at ether currents. Probably should have done. Have to come back and do that. Ooh. 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 Yoink. Well. That? Where actually am I? Oh. Hold on. I've missed a conversation point. The path is quite steep, isn't it? Let's take our time and descend safely. I just threw myself off the edge. I spoke with one of the excavators on my way down. Apparently Bakul Jajar cleared away the one fallen tree remaining by barreling through it. That Wuklamat single-handedly defeated someone possessed of such physical might is nothing short of remarkable. Still, we ought to proceed with caution. There's no telling what his wounded pride might compel him to attempt. Yes, the fact that he ain't dead. I'm sure he will try and turn the people of Mamook against us. Nothing to Alice say? Erenville said this traverse was dug to facilitate incursions into the forest above. Intentions notwithstanding, you have to admire the dedication. Yes. Takes a lot of effort to tunnel your way through a big-ass cave system like this. Just look at this thing. What a vibrant glow. Alluring, isn't it? In more ways than one. Take my paring stone and hold it close to the glowing rock. As you hold the paring stone in the soft glow, it affixes itself to the boulder with surprising force. Paring stones are natural magnets, and that's a meteorite filled with iron, one of many remnants of an ancient meteor shower. The heterogeneous ether they emit causes surrounding flora to grow unique hues, as you can see. Oh. So that's why it's all kind of different colours. So these glowing boulders came plummeting down from the heavens. May Drell be merciful. There you are! Blue! It's all blue! A far cry from the upper forests indeed. This place is already so fascinating. I'm eager to hear what the people of Mamook can tell us about it. Keep running! Almost there. And yet, we are only at level 94. You're going on holiday. Mamook. I love it when they go like really weird, really unique and different. You know how I was speaking in Ukapaka about I think it was Ukapaka, the lack of video gamey landmarks. Ta-da! I wonder what the final feat will be. Rather more quiet than I expected. Now to see whether or not Hunrok's fears were well founded. And here we finally are. How to find the Elector. As this is also my first time visiting Mamook, I have no experience interacting with the locals. But given Mamook's parting words, I would advise a cautionary approach. Yeah, that's us to a T, isn't it? We're all about that cautionary. Yes, I cleared out my inventory, but I did not clear out my armory chest. I've got loads of random stuff in here. Some of which isn't even not even part of a gear set. Level 70 ninja random stuff. City of Silence. Well, we all know what comes next. Let's find that Elector. Two streets seem to converge upon this plaza, so I propose we split our numbers between them. Alpha, no, you would really struggle in a horror film. Given Mamook's guidance, I suggest that we err on the side of caution and move throughout the city in pairs. Enville can accompany me, Alizé can go with Kryl, that leaves Demajen to accompany Wookiemat. If these arrangements are to everyone's satisfaction, then may our respective searches prove fruitful. Yes. Okay, Alpha, no. We'll do it your way. As it turns out, that my my home point is indeed set to the abode of the ear, still, and has been since we reached there, like levels 88, was it? 89, whatever it was. You can still hear me, right? And see me? Yes? It's got kind of that underwater vibe, doesn't it? Because of the colours. May as well be ambient noise for all the care this citizen pays you. Because they can't hear us? Or because they don't want to? As you begin to speak, the man abruptly turns and leaves. Please tell me you've had better luck. Oh, really? No one will talk to you either. I was prepared for hard stares and harsh words, but this is something else. That building there looks like a shop, doesn't it? Let's go and take a look. A merchant wouldn't ignore us, surely. We might be out of luck here. Hello there. We'd like to ask you something if you don't mind. Move along, outsiders. Well, at least he spoke. But we're just trying to find someone. The Dawntrail selector. Could you tell us where they are? That's a no, then. What was the final feat called? Is this part of the... I forget what the final feat was called. How are we supposed to find the Elector if nobody will even speak with us? Everyone, can you hear me? Come to the massive stone structure on the west side of the city as quickly as you can. Uh-oh.
Up there!
A thing is happening. Oh, hi guys.
Bested by a mere shade.
Sororja? Papa?
Nicole?
Not as you know him. What you see is an arcane manifestation of the Dawn Servant as he was in his prime.
Oh, primal. Primal? Galuja?
The Channeler is Irelja, Autarch of Mamook and Elector for the Feet of the Brotherhood.
The Feet of the Brotherhood.
Tuliolar's mightiest warrior, yet wisest you are not. You who spurned your retainer's aid when battling your betters.
To prove oneself superior to blessed siblings by surpassing the shade of Galul Jar Jar himself. That is the final feat.
Oh.
The first promise fought alone and fell short, but that is now the least of his concerns.
You could have let your foolishness end with your failure. But instead, you attempted to harm an anointed Elector. Sororja, as of this moment, you are no longer a claimant. I disqualify you from the right of succession. Be gone from
Oh, we ain't gonna like that.
This isn't over yet. I will be the one to reach the Golden City.
Yeah. He's thrown his lot in with Sororja, but...
When Sororja was defeated, he tried to take the keystone by force. But he was thwarted by Father Shade.
Oh, this dipshit's still here.
My dearest child, welcome home. This feat was made for you. Only blessed siblings.
Oh, so no bias here then.
But ere we begin, I would see the fruits of your triumphs. Come, show me your tablets.
Yeah, he's just been bested by the kitty cat, so...
What is this? Where are your keystones? Explain yourself, boy! No matter. Not all can be expected to go to plan. What keystones you lack, you can easily take.
About that.
I tried. But I couldn't. I cannot beat her.
You mean to tell me that you, Glory of Mamook, for whom all here have sacrificed, were defeated by your inferiors. You are as useless as your siblings. A failure.
Is he the result of some kind of attempted kind of genetic engineering as opposed to a true?
Leave and never return! You have no place here!
Let's go, brother.
I mean,
Worthless! Pathetic! This was our chance to claim sovereignty, and he ruins it! But
yeah.
when these stragglers fail, Gulul Jaja will be forced to extend his rule. And in the next rite of succession, we will present a better claimant. So come, stand before me, and fall.
Yeah, this is all very orchestrated to make sure that we can't.
I won't do your trial.
Oh? You intend to forfeit the right?
Papa wants his successor to intimately understand the country he loves. Every step of my journey, I've learned something about our peoples and their cultures. I would do the same here in Mamook. The Mamulja deserve nothing less, so your battle can wait.
I'm of the same mind. Father named you an elector for a reason. There must be something that he would have us learn. Do as you will. But until you triumph over the shade, you shall proceed no further.
There's no trial at 95, is there? So there's got to be more to it. Maybe it's a solo duty? I'm intrigued.
Promise. I would speak with you. Meet me on the western outskirts.
It looks like there's a potential subjugation of certain peoples here. Well. That was a dramatic escalation. Yes. Hard to believe Zavalja was bested in battle. First promised his attendant just now. These words not strike you as strange. I will be the one to reach the Golden City, so he intends to venture there with or without Zavalja. Yeah. I have heard about this channeling art before. Passed down through a certain clan that employs arcane implements to produce a smoke from which the mage can conjure a shade. The electors we've met thus far have all had their peculiarities, but each we felt would judge claimants equally. This Zuriljar, however, seems set in its belief that only blessed siblings are worthy of the throne. Why would the Dawn Servant name an openly biased man elector? Worrying over Zuriljar won't get us anywhere. That lady, on the other hand, was the first person to address us with any civility since we arrived. I suppose the Dawn Servant's idea is that you are always going to meet with people who are biased. And especially as a leader, an authority figure, you are going to have to deal with people's biases, either to persuade them that your way of thinking is better, or to mitigate the harm that their biases could have on other people. And maybe the Dawn Servant knew that. We should go and meet her, hear what she has to say. western outskirts, right? So I don't want to turn this into life lessons with Demajen. And I appreciate that I do sometimes have a tendency to do that. They could have done this with the old lighting engine. And I have to wonder how much different it would have looked. If Seville is Bunawar and she is Hubigo, then whatever her relation to Seville Jar, I hope we can trust her. We could do with at least one ally in this city. Looks troubled. Thank you for coming. My name is Milal Jar. Here we may talk freely, away from prying eyes. So blue. So blue! And what is it you wish to talk about? Tell me, what do you think of Mamook? Well, we don't have much to say yet. No one wants to speak with us. All who remain in this city are devoted to the traditional ways. They believe that blessed siblings are superior, that only they are worthy to lead the peoples of this continent. Most would not deign to address outsiders, deeming them beneath notice. Sounds like an ideal community so far as Bakul Jar Jar is concerned. I'm tired, exhausted by this senselessness. There are others like me, but we dare not speak our truth aloud. Yet now we have an opportunity to reclaim our agency. For you have bested Bakul Jar Jar. You, a Jabral, inferior by all presumptions, triumphed over our two-headed champion. This time, anyways. Next time I might not be so lucky. Bakul Jar Jar is just that strong. I seriously don't understand why he cheats so much. It seems to me he'd do better if he just trusted his own abilities. He's desperate. Other blessed siblings have fallen before. Mullah Jar Jar of the Silver Scales, for one. He travelled across the salt in search of conquest, only to be overcome. Do we know Mullah Jar Jar? We might do. But no matter how the individual may falter, the people still believe in blessed sibling supremacy. Two heads good, one head bad. Because of my father. He who united Tuval under one rule, who in their eyes stands as testament to the tradition's infallibility. Regardless of your father's virtuous intent, his greatest triumph has only fanned the flames of our people's obsession. However, as both his daughter and claimant to his legacy, your triumph could prove that Galul Jar Jar's true strength lies not in his birth, but in his character. And in so doing, you may give us the strength to renounce blessed siblings forever. I can understand wanting to forsake zealotry, but isn't forsaking two-headed Mamul Jar going a bit far? Are they natural? You must decide that for yourself, whether the price we pay is worth an empty dream. Price they pay. There is more to this. There's more about the kind of nature. Milal Jar has something to show you. There is a place that will help you to understand our plight. Is this the place that we caught that glimpse of in Bakul's madness? It lies far to the west of here, Follow me. A weaver? I should, because for some reason I haven't got it on here. Collection, wasn't it? Oh, we're going that way anyway. This place is very, very pretty. One sec, Wooklamats. I've got a shiny ball of green energy to... Well, it's air, isn't it? Oh, where you go? Is that a meteorite up there? Aye, and judging by their attachment, that tree must benefit from the meteorite's unique ether. Anyway, we should press on. Milajar was anxious for us to see whatever it is she has to show us. So it's grown into the tree. Or the tree has grown up around it. Yeah, this is very much an evolution of what they were able to do in Raktika, isn't it? Cerulean Seshudras. Blue Morphos. Classic. The canopy blocks out the sun so completely. It's as if we're in a room without windows. And yet I believe we can fly up through it. A hunting camp, like as not. I'd love to talk to Mamuljar hunters and learn about their ways, except they probably ignore me. The others have continued on. Let's catch up to them. Whetstone. What? I wonder, was it the meteorites that first gave birth to the two-headed Mamuljar? What are we looking at then? I was not aware that such tunnels could be found in the Yatika heartland. A well-kept secret indeed. A cavern, and it looks deep. Having seen how dark this forest is, I can understand why so many Mamuljar choose to live in Tuliyola instead. This is the place you wanted to show us? It lies just beyond this passage. Entry to these grounds is not permitted even to the devout. Nonetheless, I would reveal our secrets to you. Rest assured I shall take full responsibility. Come, see for yourself the truth of the blessed. Yeah, so there's more to how they're being created. Through sacrifice, through ritual, through radiation. Are they literal mutations? Oh, it's a pit.
I shouldn't have looked down.
The stone pier yonder. That is our destination.
It's boat time, Wooklamats. We're going on a boat.
To erect it there would have been no small feat.
The work of Yakui hands built long, long ago. Our forebears merely altered the entrance.
Altered? To what end?
It will be quicker to show you. We have beasts that can carry us below.
Oh. What are they? Are they horrendous giant spider things? Giant bats. Hippogriffs. They're cool looking. I assume we will be able to get one of those as a mount. Oh, it doesn't tell us what they're called. I don't know what they're called. Ah, here he is, in fact.
A cool cha-cha.
What? Could it wait to laugh at the failure?
You've always come here to cry. Ever since you were little.
Mother!
The third promise seeks to learn about Mamook. She may be our chance to finally end what we have been powerless to stop. Talk with her. Tell her what we have done.
Yeah, why? So that flash that we got was indeed something to do with how they were created.
Fine. Perhaps it's only right that we be the ones to speak of it. Blessed as we are.
So it's in much the same way that Wuklemat was full of bravado and stuff. He's been full of this desperation to prove that the blessed are really worth the sacrifices, they said.
Here.
Pots that he saw.
This vessel holds the remains of a two-headed Babolja. An infant.
Most of them don't grow.
We converted the ruins into a cenotaph, so the souls of these children wouldn't return as vengeful spirits. Do you know how blessed siblings are made?
I've heard that they are born to Hubago and Bunawa parents.
Such unions between clans were originally arranged to stop infighting. The war against the Shibral was going poorly, and we needed to be united.
So they...
Then, one day, a child was born. One
They've been
blessed
trying to
with two
recreate it.
heads and tremendous power.
When this child grew old enough to lead our army, we became unstoppable. The Shibral had no answer, and we drove them all the way back to the trees above. That
taste of victory awakened our greed. We became obsessed with conceiving more and more of these superior children, no matter the cost. Of the countless born, most die, trapped in their ships. Only 1 in 100 survive.
So all that pressure.
Blessed. It is only because we yet live. Unlike our brothers and sisters who were sacrificed for the glory of Mamook.
That's horrible.
Of course it's horrible. It's an atrocity we can never take back. Those children died so that we could live. So we had to succeed, no matter what. To fail would mean it was all for nothing. Nothing.
Wow.
But I did fail. I squandered their sacrifice.
I do sympathise with this pain.
I should never have been born.
You're wrong. You didn't ask to be born as you are, and you aren't responsible for your siblings' deaths. The people obsessed with blessed siblings are. They made their choices, but they don't make yours.
Yeah, I mean, you made some shitty decisions on your own.
Since when do you let others push you around, Bakul Jaja? What do you want? Say it!
I want it to end. I don't want any more to die.
Then you have my word. We'll put a stop to this madness.
Blessed siblings are revered by their supporters as a means to achieve dominance in Taral. If we understand why they harbor such aspirations in the first place, we would be better equipped to treat with them.
Indeed. I just hope they will be open to discourse.
Take me with you. Those fanatics treat my words as gospel.
No. There will be trouble if your father finds out you're still here. Moshutural Zush. There we will gather the people, and ask anything the Third Promise wishes to know.
Then take one of my scales. One that blends the Hubico and Bunewa coloring. It'll serve as proof that you have our trust. People will do as you say if you show it to them.
This is not how I expected this to go. At all.
I'm sorry for what I've said and done. I don't expect your forgiveness.
You had your reasons. I'm glad I could know them. Which is to say, you're not a complete alpaca's ass.
Thanks, Wuklama.
Well, maybe it's for the best. Hatred is exhausting, after all.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? And yet so many of us never seem to get tired of it.
Friendship and bring together the people of Mamook. We have much to discover.
That was a really elaborate twist. And yet quite satisfying, actually. They played Bakul Jaja up to be such the kind of typical hot-headed, villainous, antagonistic character, and to find out that actually a lot of what he was doing it was simply his utter desperation to live up to what his father wanted of him, essentially. It's yeah, it's getting a bit chill. Well, I need it to be warm, but I also need it to be cool. No, I need to be warm, but I don't want the room to get too hot because that'll just be in a very uncomfortable environment. But my back needs to be warm, so I've put on another heat patch and a jacket. So where were we? Yes, we were helping Wuklamaats. Hey Demajen, before we do this, can we talk for a moment? I really hated him, you know, the cool Jar Jar, with every fibre of my being. He tried to ruin Ihihana, sabotaged us on the river, kidnapped me for my keystone, and released the most vicious Tural Vidral of all time. Anything he could do to cause us pain, he did. Never in a million years would I forgive him. But the moment I understood why he did what he did, the pain he's been carrying this whole time, all my anger just evaporated. Still needs to make amends. I hear you. The cool Jar Jar's motives don't absolve him of his crimes. He must answer for them, like anyone else. Right now, my duty is to ensure that no one in Mamook feels desperate enough to go to such lengths ever again. Anyway, thanks for listening. Now that I've voiced that, I feel ready for the challenges ahead. Come on, let's head back to the city. We are the voice of reason. Ahem. What are you? I want a minion of it. I want it now. Don't attack me. I do not wish to murder you horribly. Yeah, that was a cool section of story. Adding those layers of depth that tend to separate Final Fantasy stories from other franchises. Looks like there's going to be something in the centre of this zone. But we're not due a dungeon until 65. Branch bearer. I want one as a mount. 95. We're due in another dungeon, aren't we? And we are on the 94 section of story, so... Aha! Moshutoral Zouj. I'm really intrigued as to how different... Oh, this is the centre of the zone. Yeah, I'm intrigued as to how different the names of places are going to be in the other half of the continent. I think I've said this already, haven't I? Ooh. A pretty lake. East is this way. There it is. Cenote Neozote. more to the east. Oh, there's a little... Huh. There's a very specific chunk of the map. It looks completely enclosed. I got stuck on a rock then. Is there any way into this, or... Oh, it's possible. It's possible that this is going to be one of those places that you actually have to fly to. Yeah, we might have to fly up to that. Yeah, I suspect, because I didn't find any of the ether currents whilst I was up top. I completely didn't. I didn't even think about it. The cool Jajar's scale represents his faith in us. We won't fail him or his people. Yeah, tragic backstory is not what I was expecting. The scale of trust. We haven't a moment to lose. According to Milalja, Moshutar al-Zuj is an abandoned settlement northwest of the city. It should afford us the privacy we require. We must work quickly, lest the real Jar discover our intentions. Fortunately, the cool Jar thought to give us additional scale, so we might cover more ground in less time. Everyone should take one and get going. Use them to gather as many people as you can. Oops. Demajen, let's retrace our steps. Maybe this time we convince folks to lend an ear. Diddle-diddle-diddle-do. Did I not tell you to move along? I can't be seen talking with the likes of you. But wait, I have this blessed scale. A symbol of trust bestowed upon me by Bakul Jar Jar. Its blend of Hubigo and Bunawal colouring make it of an undisputable origin. A blessed scale. In an outsider's hands. What business do you have with me? So, Bakul Jar Jar sent you to call an assembly. I'm not sure what to make of this, but I shall go to Moshutur Zuj at once. If no other part of this playthrough, I hope you are enjoying me attempting to say the words and butchering them horribly. That scale. If the blessed trust you, then so will I. So, what is it you require of me? Bakul Jar Jar bids us come to Moshutur Zuj. A strange place for an assembly, but very well. I will not refuse he who fights for our dreams. He who fights for our dreams. Have you managed to gather some of the good folks? Wonderful. Oops. Damn it. Wonderful. The esteemed Bakul Jar Jar will be pleased. This fellow here will be coming to Moshutur Zuj as well. Apparently, there's a new jewel nursery to the west called Gulamagic Grove. Could you go and see who you can talk to there as well? I'll meet you in Moshutur Zuj afterwards. There's just one more person I need to find. Okay. It's got an eyeball and a tongue on it. Again, because I don't... Generally speaking, I play FF14. Oh shit, I've aggroed it. I play FF14 in the middle of the night, and I'm usually only on to log in, do some daily quests, some Beast Tribes leveling quest, maybe a leveling dungeon, And that's it. So a lot of the kind of roaming around the world and seeing the cool stuff, speaking of cool stuff, that people have equipped and stuff, so I very rarely get to see any of that. I could do, obviously, but that's just not how I play the game. You know, the only times that I really play the game properly are expansions, launches of patches, so on and so forth. Leave this place now, outsider. But I have this scale. Oh, my apologies, I was unaware. I thank you, blessed scale bearer, for bringing me word of this gathering. I shall away to Mashatul Zuj at once. Just a single person? It's fine. It's video game stuff, isn't it? Oh, there's stuff flying through the air and everything. I would be really interested. I would be really interested to see what this would look like, words, in the old lighting engine. You know, if they had this and then realised, oh, we can upgrade it to all of this stuff, you know, the grass and so on and the lighting, I'm just intrigued as to how much of a difference it would make, because you know, even with the fog, it's like it's very clearly different to how they would have done it before, and that kind of stuff fascinates me. You know, how developers make the choices that they make in what they can do, what they cannot do, and how different things are with a different lighting engine. Call it an intellectual curiosity. I'm fascinated by video game development as somebody who plays, obviously, quite a lot of video games. And talks about them. Tries to talk about them. Where's Wuklamat? Ah. Sorry to keep you waiting. She went to find her brother. You invited the second promise as well? Amity, need I remind you that this rite is a competition? Whatever advantage you're about to share with me, you ought to utilise to your own benefit. I have barely made headway in communicating with the locals. At this rate, you lead the race to the Golden City. But she doesn't care about that. She cares about the people. I need your help. To complete the feats? No, Mamook has a problem I can't solve on my own, and you're the most clever person I know. I want you to hear the people firsthand so that we might come up with a way to help them. Very well, I'm at your disposal. See, as ruler and chief advisor, I think these two would be the perfect matching. Everyone, thank you for your gathering on such short notice. I am Wuklamat, third promise of Tuliolal. Promise? I thought you said of Bekul Jaja. You deceived us? No, they did not. The scales they showed you were mine. I entrusted them to the third promise and her retinue. Why honour these outsiders so? Because Wuklamat has won my trust. Now, you will hear her words. This is really not how I was expecting this to go. I was expecting to have to put him down. Bakul Jajar shared with me the truth about blessed siblings, about the price you pay to conceive them. As an outsider to your community, it is not my place to judge you or your culture. Culture is born of the experience of its people, of their lives and their land. And it breaks my heart to know that yours have brought you all so much suffering. If any here wish to break from the cycle of tragedy that creating blessed siblings demands, I ask that you join us. Please, I don't want any more of our children to die. Think we want this? We have no choice. Only blessed siblings can liberate us from our suffering. Without them, we have nothing. That remains to be seen. Speak with the third promise. Share with her your worries and your pain. Together we may find a new way forward. And they could end up with a council. Together. If she is trustworthy, then I will speak with her. It would be best if you withdrew, my son. Many cannot yet speak freely in your presence. Let's keep an eye out for Zuriel Jar. He wouldn't take kindly to this sort of gathering. The revolutionaries, I suppose. Once we understand everyone's concerns, we'll be better equipped to help them. Let's make sure they feel heard. Talking. It all comes down, in the end, to talking. Although even I imagined that my sister would one day befriend Kula Chaja. I'm glad Kona agreed to help us. He's always been good at solving complicated problems. Me, not so much. And I'll support Mamook's people however I can. By combining our What was that? Wink! By combining our respective strengths, we'll help them discover a new source of hope. I know we will. Ooh! Ooh! We have made it to the level 95 quests. Before she hears the people, Wuklamat would like to ensure she is prepared. Alright, Demajen, before we start, let's make sure we're remembering our history correctly. The Mamulja and Jabral fought for centuries over the land in the upper forest, but due to infighting, the Mamulja forces struggled to make significant gains. In order to promote cooperation, the Hubigo and Bunawar clans intermarried, and that's how blessed siblings were first conceived. With that in mind, let's talk to the people and learn why they rely on blessed siblings. This land was once rich with ore, but the Yohoi did not stop digging until all the veins were spent. The meteorites are only good for so much. Even if we made overtures to the traders, we have little to offer. Nothing would make me happier than to make a good life for my family in the place where I was born. That's impossible. Oh, she's behind us. So, with resources as sparse as they are, you don't have good prospects for trade. Those who have known only open skies and bountiful land cannot comprehend our plight. To thrive, we must take what we lack by force, and for that we need the might of blessed siblings. There has to be other ways to thrive, ways that don't require fighting. As you'll have noticed, this forest is very dark. Hardly any sunlight makes it through the canopy, so it feels like it's always night. We plough, we fertilise, we irrigate, yet our crops shrivel and die as though cursed. So that's something that Kona can help with, I suspect. The only one that grows well is Najul, Yatika banana, in Turali. Try living on that and little else for a few centuries and see how you like it. I don't like bananas, so a forest where nothing grows. It's not hard to imagine why you'd want to leave. It's weird, it's such a beautiful place. Blessed siblings promise us more than strength. They promise us the sun. This forest is dark and inhospitable, and given the opportunity to live in Tuliolol, most of our people didn't think twice. Still, the prospect of being among so many outsiders was intimidating enough to keep many of us here. Blessed siblings are meant to deliver us from this accursed forest, to lead us to the fertile land above, where we might take a place for Mamulja to abide in peace and plenty. So you desire fertile land, but one that's all your own. Okay. Well, I think I'm starting to understand. Everyone had their own perspective, but all the concerns were about the forest itself. Dark, infertile, cursed. Hearing that, it's little wonder that people here wish they had better land, and who better to get it for them than blessed siblings. It's hard to convince people to stay in a place that can't provide what they need. You'd think the meteorites at least would have value, but apparently not. Lol. Didn't Erenville mention something about the meteorites? That the ether they emit makes the plants glow blue? A rather significant physiological effect, I would say. If we were to study those meteorites, we might discover other ways they influence local flora. I noticed a curious amalgam of tree and meteorites just south of here, as did we. Determining precisely how they interact with one another may yield crucial insights. Everyone, I really appreciate you for sharing your thoughts with us. Thanks to your insights, we have a promising idea already. We just need a moment to investigate it further, so please bear with us. We'll be right back. Are they going to be safe here to congregate? But yes, it'd be interesting if the things that make the forest pretty are also the things that have been making it incredibly hard to actually prosper in. Pretty isn't always good, as nature often shows us. At first glance, this forest seems a haven of mysterious beauty, but the reality of living here is quite another matter. What a remarkable tree! I hope it will provide us with the insights we need. Plants that shrivel as though cursed. I think I can hazard a guess as to why. Electromagnetic fields. I'd known that Dawntrail was battered by a veritable deluge of meteorites long ago, but I never considered how their presence might be affecting the environment. It really is incredible how a tree could support such an enormous boulder. The meteorite's etheric emissions are palpable, even from this distance. Seeing this again makes me feel more confident in sharing a theory of mine. I suspect that only plants with an etheric affinity to these meteorites can thrive in this forest. If so, the gargantuan trees that create the dense canopy would by necessity possess the same affinity, as well as the aforementioned Najul tree. Indeed. I should like to analyse samples of meteorite before drawing any definitive conclusions, however. I can carry with me a few devices that will aid in this endeavour, but perhaps you and Kral could lend your expertise as well? What's Kral's expertise here? Is she going to paint us a picture? No. I'd like to join you. The etheric signature of these meteorites may be crucial in determining what manner of species may fare well here. Ooh, Erenville getting involved. Ah, I think I see what you're getting at. If we can prove to them the cursed forest isn't quite so cursed, maybe the people won't feel like blessed siblings are their only solution. So, how can I help? Want me to climb the tree and break off a piece of meteorite for you? There are plenty of fragments on the ground already. It should be enough for our purposes if we gather about 5 pieces each. Even better if those fragments are gathered from disparate locations. I will collect your pieces once you have them. Okay, so we're going to go find some meteorite pieces and bring them back to Kono. I can do that. Bit of busy work. Fine with that. Oh, I thought this was going to be deeper than it actually is. Well, there's one right here. Too late, it's mine. Oh. Too slow, Alpha, no. Meet you right in a tree. Ah, sorry, Wooklemat, this one's mine. There's another tree with a meteorite in over here. Or was that the one that we were looking at? Right. Many a shard collected? Did you find your fragments? I did. I've done a lot of fates in my time that require the picking up of things off the ground. Much obliged. Alpha Cryle and I will combine the gathered samples and conduct an analysis forthwith. Determining the wavelength may take a little while, but I'm hopeful that our efforts will bear fruit. Haha, bear fruit because nothing grows. I'll tell my sister to await our arrival at Moshutar Zouj, so go and meet her there. We will return with our results as soon as possible. Oh, I'm not actually level 95 on this, on the Dark Knight, am I? I'm actually going to need to swap over. Might have to go and get that leveled up to 95. It's about time I took a bit of a break anyway. Got some foods in me. I do like these cool birds. They seem very angry. Yeah, I was confused as to why the symbol was red. It's like, what? Why? Completely forgetting that I actually wasn't the correct level. We've done all we can. The rest we must leave to Kano and the others. I don't know the first thing about those Charlene devices of his, but if they can be of help to Mamook, I'm glad he has them. There's hope for this forest yet, Demajen. I can feel it. And in fact, that is a good place, I think, just to take a break, because that's exactly 30... Ow. That's exactly 30 minutes on the recording. How far into to 94 were we? Yeah, as a tank I should be able to get a dungeon or something in, so I'm going to go and do that so I can continue onwards. Generally speaking, you know, this is not how the quests are designed. You know, it's designed to be done on one character all the way through the MSQ. So in theory, I should be fine doing it this way. But if not, you know, I like running the dungeons. The dungeons in this game continue to be my favourite thing to do. So I'm happy to go and do a dungeon or two right now. Although to be fair, I can probably do a leveling roulette and get that sorted because I haven't done one today. Either way, we'll come back and find out what the plan is after I've gone and done myself some soup, which hopefully I will manage to keep out of my beard. You don't need to know this stuff. Shut up, Demajen. See you in a bit. The Feet of Brotherhood. I'm sure Zarilja would have choice words for us if he knew what we were up to. But his people are my people, and I can't ignore their plights. If I'm to call myself Dawn Servant one day, I have to bring an end to the tragedy here. Many are depending on me. The cool Jaja not least of all. Anyway, I'm sure Kano and the others will be back with their report soon. Unless this has been a problem. Doesn't look like it. I'll come back. Good. Everyone is assembled. In the light of our news, I thought it only right to call the others. Good news? One assumes good news. Thanks to the efforts of all, I'm pleased to say our analysis has yielded many valuable insights. And I dare say the prognosis is hopeful. Earlier, we asked about the hopes you place in blessed siblings, why they are important to you. Your overwhelming response was a frustration towards this forest. From a lack of natural resources to the inability to cultivate crops, in all respects have you ever struggled to build a prosperous home? Thus, your understandable desire for new land. However, this would be an unfortunate dismissal of what makes your forest uniquely valuable. That is, the soil. Our tests have proven without a doubt that the Yatika heartland is abundantly fertile. This may be surprising to hear, as you've seen crops fail time and time again, but we've discovered the root of this problem as well. The meteorites scattered throughout your forest emit an unusual energy that greatly influences the development of surrounding plant life. Some plants thrive on this energy, like the nudule and the giant trees that create the canopy, but others, as you well know, are sickened by it. Fortunately, the solution is simple. Across the salt, in a place called Charlian, there is a peerless collection of flora sampled from every corner of the world. Now that we know what energies are most prevalent in your forest, we can offer you seeds and starters guaranteed to thrive here. I took the liberty of contacting a few colleagues via Linkpearl. Should you desire them, a sample of our best candidates can be shipped here in short order. Just as yours here acquired the potato and tomato from Tural, so too might Mamook benefit from foreign crops. You mean we'd be able to grow more than the jewel here? Precisely. While care must be taken to choose those species that will not have an adverse effect on the ecosystem, your agricultural options should increase markedly. With the right crops, Mamook will have all it needs to prosper, both at home and in trade. Blessed siblings don't have to be the answer anymore. Then, there was never any need to fight? Never any need to sacrifice? We can't change the past, but we can try to make the future better. Like the old teachings end with us. No, let the old teachings end with us. I know blessed siblings represent absolute strength to you. Letting go of that idea can't be easy. But I'll prove that when we work together, our combined strength can achieve anything. Show us, promise. If there's another way, for our children and our home, we'll no longer suffer in silence. Surreal Joe is not going to like this. Sometimes we have to fight alone, but not this time. Would you say a few words, Demajen? Yes, because I'm ever the talkative one. Anything's possible with faithful us, you can say even the entire star. Anything's possible when you work together. Our victory over Valgamad is proof of that. In friends both old and new, you can find the light to banish the darkness. Ooh. Saving the star is far beyond the scope of our needs. But I acknowledge the value of allies. Yeah, that may have been a bit, a bit much. We've said what we wanted to say. Now, all that's left is to defeat my father's shade and defeat of the Brotherhood and clear the way for Mamook's bright new future. Do not give us cause to question our faith in you, please. Live up to your words. Give you hope. I will. After we complete his feat, let's be sure to tell Zuriel Jar the good news about his forest. I'm sure he's as eager as anyone to eat what tasty foods they'll grow here. Yeah, we'll rub it in afterwards. We still need to defeat the Shades. Also, Kona's still here. Compassion even for the likes of him. Continue to eclipse me in every way. Now that it is a simple choice. We're counting on you, Wuklamat. It's such an out of left field shift in expectations, which is it's the point, isn't it? You know, you spend hours building him up as this kind of antagonistic, cheating asshole, and then you reveal to us that actually he's horrendously scarred by what he's been through. Wuklamat's gone ahead to announce her readiness. I never imagined the samples we so feverishly collected for the Exodus could find new purpose here. But if they help these people improve their prospects, all the better. Anyway, we should go meet our comrades where Zuriel Jar made his own attempt. The final feat awaits. I assume we're going to have to actually solo duty this? Yes, I wonder how we're going to do this. Is it just going to be a battle, or is there going to be... It is going to be a battle. Okay. In that case, let us reap what we sow. Someone has gone to fetch Zuriel Jar. He should be here soon. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view the scenes in their entirety. Level 95, item level 666. Let us commence the battle. The suspense music playeth.
Zuriel Jar, I'm ready for the final feat.
Grown weary of postponing the inevitable, have you?
Yes.
Something like that. You see, I've learned all sorts of things about Mamook and your people.
Is that supposed to impress me?
I now understand why I need to surpass blessed siblings. The cost of producing superior offspring is destroying your people's souls. Look at them, and you'll see this. So I'll defeat my father's shade, and prove to you that there's a better path for Mamook.
What drivel! Without the blessed, we are nothing but weaklings! Doomed to fade into obscurity.
Nah.
Of course you're weak. We all are, each and every one of us. But when we join hands, we gain the strength to overcome any foe, even Vali Yarmanda.
Indeed.
Enough talk. Prove your mettle against Gulul Jaja.
I wonder if there's going to be a gimmick to this.
Warrior ever to have graced Tural.
Because he's not just a warrior.
Fine by me. Not even Papa's shade will stop me from upholding his legacy.
Also, we held our own against him. And he's currently admittedly old.
Alongside her.
Hi!
Claimants are not permitted to assist one another. Second promise. But you may observe your sister's
He's going to relinquish his
pitiable
claim, isn't he?
attempt. I see. In that case... It seems I'm no longer a claimant. I am now free to participate, I trust. What are you scheming?
No scheme.
I've simply come to realize who is worthy of following in Father's footsteps. Not our brother. Not Bakul Jaja. And not me. You have always held the happiness of our people closest to your heart, Lamachi. So I will do everything in my power to ensure you ascend to the throne.
Oh.
This is how I shall repay Father for his kindness. This is how I shall serve Tuli Yolal.
You didn't know what to say.
I could always count on you, Kona. Thank you.
It will make no difference. Numbers matter not in the face of true might.
That's not true, is it?
Ulul Jaja, mightiest of the blessed.
Danny.
Arise!
Clonk. Battley time.
Everyone ready?
Sure. That makes 8 of us, actually, doesn't it? Yes.
No hard feelings, Papa. I've got a lot of hopes riding on my shoulders. And the only way forward is through you.
Okay. So this is an actual trial, essentially, isn't it? Oh no, it's not.
Bear witness to our resolve.
Ah, this actually doesn't count.
So long as we stand together, we're unstoppable.
He's got no directional. That's a sun. Oh, hello. Spinning wheels.
These blades sundered.
Yes, I remember how to do this one. Brooklyn Matt apparently doesn't. Oh god, okay. That way! And he's doing the side thing as well. So this is why they had us spar with him earlier. So that we'd know some of the mechanics when it came to this fight. That's actually pretty cool game design.
Take that!
What a chore. Ever hungry for battle.
That's not what I meant to press at all.
Go forth.
Oh. Oh, that does affect our allies, though. They're just not in a party, like in the trial. He's beginning a ritual flame.
Some manner of paralyzing effect. Defend the afflicted.
We must free them! Target the constricting flames!
I am!
Get outrun my flames.
Just they've got a lot of HP.
Together, we shall triumph.
This is gonna be... Oof. Jeez, that is tight. Could have actually been DPS and then, couldn't I? Wow. Roaring Star. What's that? Ooh, I almost cocked that up entirely. Celestial Flame! Ooh, that's a lot to keep track of. For a little brain such as myself.
Surely this will quench your thirst for battle.
Whee! Is it tappy tappy time?
By Prince of Wrath be sunburned.
Ooh. Ooh, that's pixely. Oh, he's got a bigger version of Hafit's weapon.
Everyone, get behind me. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Will you have the strength to stand up to this?
I will be the next Dawn servant. I will protect my people.
I don't think there's anything I can do here.
Is that the best you can do?
Don't taunt him. Ah, actually do taunt him.
Impressive! But I'm not finished yet. We will see Demajen become Dawn servants.
I used that too early. Blonk. Yeah, I assume we're not in a full party because otherwise we'd have limit break access. And I feel like that sometimes would break stuff. We win. Very cool.
That's my old man for you.
She has such pride in him, it's adorable, frankly. You can't hurt me as long as I've got my bottle.
I refuse to accept this.
Ain't that a bit stubborn? Even for you.
That kitten, man.
Erugadin? It couldn't be...
Tanqua! It's been too long.
Different, or...
It has indeed. You're looking more imposing since last I saw you.
He's not got a Rugen in his face, though, has he?
Tanqua?
My Turali moniker. Galul Jaja insisted I take one, saying my birth name was too cumbersome for the local tongues.
Well, Kettenram's not that hard.
That birth name being Kettenram, I presume.
No! Kettenram's that legendary Eorzean sailor. The one with the pickled cabbage.
What?
We can talk about me cabbage later.
What?
Zarelja, whether you like it or no, these young'uns accomplished the feat. To deny Wuklamat her reward would be to betray the Dawn Servant's trust.
Uh-huh.
And what should she be rewarded for? Calling upon her minions to carry her to victory!
Not minions. You are the Autarch of Mamook. Show some dignity.
I don't have dignity. Not anymore. I wagered everything on this feat.
Well, that's on you, mate.
And by the same token, I understand the enormity of your accomplishment.
Together, we can achieve anything. You needn't place your faith in the promise of blessed siblings.
How would you have us reclaim our glory?
Well, actually, we've already got a plan about that.
With friendship and community. With us.
If you mean to rule, you should be more sparing with your offers of clemency. Especially to a man who has sacrificed countless young lives. Nevertheless, I will fulfill my charge as Elector. In recognition of your feat, I bestow upon you a keystone.
And into the tablet it goes. I think that's the same animation each time, isn't it?
Congratulations are nearly in order, I suppose. I'm confident that you will find the Golden City in no time.
Give him a hug.
You've grown much, and more during this journey. Become someone ready to lead our nation. Little Lamachi no longer. As your brother.
Oh.
I couldn't be more proud.
Kona. Thank you.
Well,
I must express my gratitude for your cooperation. And my regret.
oh no, you've lived up to their expectations. I can almost guarantee it.
Nonsense. If you believe Wuk-Lamart is the woman for the job, then you have our wholehearted support.
One last thing. I wish to speak to you both from the heart.
Uh-oh.
Unpracticed as I am. This may sound hackneyed, but I am truly grateful to have met you.
Oh.
Words spoken with such feeling would resonate with any fortunate enough to hear them. Though our journey together hath ended, ever shall we cherish the memories.
Aye. And should you require further esoteric musings or biting witticisms, don't hesitate to call. I dare say we'll come flocking.
Oh, they've made friends.
But I get ahead of myself. As I recall, our contract remains in effect until we've escorted the second promise back to the capital.
I leave my sister in your capable hands. See that she returns home safely.
Yes. Interesting that Ketan Ram has turned up now. I assume there's more to his sudden appearance than that.
You've still malms to go yet, Wuk-Lamart. The rite ain't over till you find the city of gold.
Mm-hmm.
I know. But if I can come this far, I can go all the way.
I need to change out of this poncho. It's weird. I like the colours. I like ponchos. I just don't like wearing it in this particular... I don't know. Even it has a shade, the Dawn Servant's strength was incredible. I should have imagined how we might have fared without the Second Promise's support. The Second Promise has warmed a great deal since we first met him. I dare say that wise and witty duo have been of no little influence. Wise and witty duo. Yes. Joyed though I am by this outcome, I am also eager to speak with Ketan Ram while we have the chance. Felt like a bit of hardship to see your precious children grow into fine adults. I will not stand in your way, but mark me, your victory does not afford you authority to dictate our future. We will decide what is best for Mamook, no one else. Yeah, the people may have already decided, mates. That... Oh, Erenville's there. Hiding up a chocobo's butt. I'm glad to see you all remain in one piece. Let's go and tell the people of our victory. So we have all 7 keystones now, don't we? Now, what's going to interrupt? Something? Anything? Third promise? You brought everyone? We were just coming to you. We did it, Milajal. We proved to the Autarch that not even my father's full power could overcome the strength of our fellowship. I knew you would. I was right to trust you. You fulfilled your promise. Now it's our turn. You've shown us another way, that we can build the lives we've always wanted, here, in our homeland, without sacrifice. Since our new crops will come from across the salt, I suppose we will have to treat with outsiders. As equals, of course. Inside or outside, we're all just people, no matter what we look like or where we're born. When you're not used to all the colour and variety, differences can feel like obstacles. But by learning more about what makes us different, we can also find common ground in places we never expected. Something new may become something you love. And someone you once hated might one day become your friend. You never know. unless you keep an open mind. While it may feel scary, taking that first step towards understanding is always worth it. Nod. Of course, learning about outsiders may well help Mamook grow. But what happens when they learn about us? About what we've done? They will not. For generations, our covenant has been kept secret, and so shall it remain. The atrocities committed here were facilitated by the Ortox. We, and no one else, are responsible. For my deeds, I am prepared to forfeit my life. I will not suffer others to be damned alongside me. No one's being damned, and your life isn't forfeits. The last thing this city needs is more death. The cool Jar Jar hasn't fought this hard for this long only to lose his father. If you truly feel responsible, be the first person to extend understanding to others on behalf of Mamook. Your community is waiting for you, here and in Tuliolol. We can still make things right, my love. Choose a different side of history. Thank you. Third promise. Thank you for everything. So, Zeralja's been disqualified. But Cooljar has been... In fact, we are literally the only option now, aren't we? We just have to find the city. You still owe me an explanation about that cabbage, you know. Ba 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 bom. The people of Mamook have accepted you. Merchants and menders are now available for use. And there are more quests available for flying. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.